one blade, one gust of wind, one perfect moment. It's 2025, and 5 years after it first blew us all away, I think it's time we asked the big question. Is Ghost of Tsushima still the greatest samurai game ever made? So, Ghost of Tsushima. I mean, what is there left to say about this game? A whole new wave of players are discovering it on PC, getting lost in its golden forests and challenging its Mongol invaders for the very first time. So that got me thinking, does it hold up? Was it just a flash in the pan, or did Sucker Punch create something truly timeless? Let's start with the first thing that hits you, and I mean really hits you: the world. Tsushima Island isn't just a map, it's a painting that breathes. Most open-world games try for realism, wanting you to see every pore on a character's face, every crack in the pavement, and that's cool. But Ghost of Tsushima does something different. It aims for beauty, it aims for feeling. The artists at Sucker Punch didn't just create a place, they created a mood. You have these vibrant, almost impossibly colorful forests where golden leaves fall like rain and the sunlight just melts over everything. Then you have these misty, somber swamps and war-torn villages scarred by fire and conflict. And how do you navigate this world? Not with a big, ugly minimap in the corner of your screen. No, you follow the wind. This was a genius move. The guiding wind is one of the best navigational tools ever created in a game. You swipe up on the touchpad and a gust of wind literally shows you the way, rustling the grass and bending the trees towards your destination. It keeps you in the world. Your eyes are on the horizon, not locked to a UI element. You see a pillar of smoke and you get curious. You see a golden bird and you follow it, knowing that it will lead you to a secret. The game constantly encourages you to just exist in its space, to get lost. And trust me, you want to get lost here. It's a world that feels sacred, and playing it feels like a pilgrimage. Okay, but a pretty world is nothing without good gameplay, right? And this is where Ghost of Tsushima truly shines. Let's talk about the combat, the dance of blades. The game presents you with a core conflict, not just in the story, but in your hands. Do you fight with honor as a samurai, or do you embrace the shadows as the ghost? Let's start with the samurai. Fighting as a samurai is all about patience, precision, and respect for the blade. There's no health bars floating over enemy heads. There's just you, your opponent, and the steel in your hands. The combat is fast and lethal. A few good hits and you're down, a few good hits and they're down. It makes every single fight feel important. You have to watch your enemy, learn their movements, and know exactly when to parry, when to dodge, and when to strike. And then there's the standoff. Oh, the standoff. This might be the most satisfying single mechanic in any action game ever. You walk up to a group of enemies and you challenge them. One of them steps forward, the camera zooms in, Kurosawa style. You hold the triangle button, your heart pounds. You watch their every twitch. They move to strike, and you release. If you time it right, it's a one-hit kill. It's pure cinematic samurai fantasy delivered straight to your veins. It never, ever gets old. But what happens when honor isn't enough? That's when you become the ghost. The ghost is the other side of the coin. It's about fear. It's about using every dirty trick in the book to win. Smoke bombs, kunai, wind chimes to distract enemies, assassination from the shadows. The game doesn't just give you these tools, it weaves them into the narrative. You feel powerful as the ghost, but the game makes you question it. You are becoming a monster to fight monsters. And that conflict, that is the heart of the story. Which brings us to Jin Sakai. A good story needs a good hero, and Jin is one of the best. He starts the game as a noble, honorable samurai, raised by his uncle, Lord Shimura, to believe in a strict code. But that code fails. It breaks against the overwhelming force of the Mongol invasion. Honor won't save his people from being slaughtered. And so Jin has to make a choice he makes over and over again, with every stealth takedown, with every tool he uses that his uncle would call dishonorable. He has to sacrifice his own identity, his own honor, everything he was raised to be, all to save the island he loves. It's a powerful, personal journey. This isn't a story about good versus evil. It's about survival versus tradition. The relationship between Jin and his uncle is the emotional core of this entire game.
I trained you to fight with honor. Honor died on the beach. The Khan deserves to suffer.
It's a tragic, beautifully told story about two men who love each other but are being forced onto opposite sides of history. It's a story that sticks with you long after the credits roll.
You have no honor, and you are a slave to it.
So, we have a breathtaking world, a top-tier combat system, and a deeply emotional story. That's the trifecta. That's what makes a game a classic. But the question was, is it the greatest samurai game? Some people might point to games like Sekiro. And look, Sekiro is an absolute masterpiece of combat. It's punishing, it's intricate, it's incredible. Others might mention Nioh, with its deep RPG systems and loot. But I think Ghost of Tsushima does something those other games don't. It doesn't just give you samurai mechanics, it gives you the samurai fantasy. It's the whole package. It's composing a haiku while looking out over a cliff. It's bowing to a fallen foe. It's the Kurosawa Mode that turns the whole world into a classic film. It's an experience laser-focused on one thing, making you feel like you are in a samurai movie. And no other game has ever done that so perfectly. So, in 2025, 5 years on, does Ghost of Tsushima hold up? The answer is a resounding and absolute yes. It's not just a great game from 2020, it's a timeless work of art. It's a game that I believe people will still be playing and talking about in another 5 years and another 5 after that. Its dedication to its vision, its stunning beauty, and its respect for the player make it a landmark achievement in gaming. So, is it the greatest samurai game ever made? For my money, for the complete fantasy it delivers from start to finish, it absolutely is. But that's just my take. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think? Do you agree? Or is there another game that you think deserves the crown? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to have a chat about it. If you enjoyed this look back at a modern classic, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think there's a standoff that my name is on.